A wonderful welcome back to Qbourn, and it is the 30th of November 2023. Today's topic with Qbourn 101 is based on the conflict in the Middle East. What I have for you are 3 videos from leaders of superpower countries. If I could ask you to pause and read the disclaimer, for which I would be most grateful. And with that in mind, here comes the first video of American President Joe Biden.
About whether to go, because had we gone and this failed, then the United States failed, Biden's presidency failed, etc., which would be a legitimate criticism. And right now, I have a very good relationship with the Jordanian king. It's close. I know him well, and I also spent time on the telephone in the past with the Palestinian Authority leadership, but they're all in a tough spot. No. Just over the last 5 years, 10 years, but we're putting all of them in a tough situation if we didn't get this done. And so it had to be, in my view, we either took all the blame or not put anybody else on the spot or put in the spot, or get it done. And I thought it was worth taking a chance to get it done.
So you talked to Sisi for quite a long time to work this out. Was he reluctant to do this?
Well, okay. I've had a decent relationship with him. He's got his own problems on other issues. He's got his entire border. There's wars going on every side of this country, so he was. I've known him a while. He was, it's fair to say, very cooperative. I mean, there was no. I thought I'd have to spend more time trying to convince him on the timing, but he still stepped up, and as did Bibi, and I was, they probably told you, I was very blunt with the Israelis, because look, Israel has been badly victimized, but the truth is that if they have an opportunity to relieve suffering of people who have nowhere to go, they're going to be, that's what they should do. And if they don't, they'll be held accountable in ways that may be unfair, but that's what we should. And my point to everyone is, look, if you have an opportunity to alleviate the pain, you should do it, period. And if you don't, you're going to lose credibility worldwide. And I think everyone understands that.
What about getting people out?
The answer is we're going to get people out, but I'm not going to go into any detail with you now.
All right, we got to wrap up, guys. We got to wrap up.
You said you were very blunt with the Israelis on the need to get humanitarian aid to Gaza, or what exactly?
On everything. I was very blunt about the need to support getting humanitarian aid to Gaza. Get it to Gaza and do it quickly.
All right.
Any more for the hospitals here?
May I?
Don't.
May I ask you about? There's a report in the Times of Israel that says Biden officials have indicated to Israel in recent days that if Hezbollah initiates a war against Israel, the U.S. military will join the IDF in fighting the terrorist group.
Not true.
Not true.
That was never said.
I think there's a lesser chance now that Israel won't go in and into Gaza, and that can be averted.
We had a long talk about that and what alternatives there are. Our military is talking with our military about what the alternatives are, but I'm not going to go into that either.
Did you find Bibi receptive to the humanitarian argument you made? And
yes.
Was there any pushback from him, or you felt that you were able to get across that?
Well, we've had a number of discussions on this. It's not new. Look, I don't know what you picked up in Israel, but I got no pushback. Virtually none. Let me say it again. I got no pushback.
From the Israelis or from all the partners here?
All the partners. Virtually none. And this is, look, it's, anyway, but I'm hopeful we can get some Americans out as well of Gaza, and hopefully we will continue to work toward getting other Americans out through other means as well.
Can you talk about the impact of meeting the survivors and the first responders?
And that's all personal. Look, I spent an hour and a half about 17 or 18 before. And I don't know how to say this. Virtually every mass shooting, every circumstance where a large number of people have been victimized and lost, I spoke with them. I learned a long time ago, what you've all learned in your life as well. When someone's going through something that is beyond their comprehension, that they never thought they'd have to go through, if they see someone who they think understands or maybe been through something not the same but similar, it gives them some sense of hope. And I always get criticized sometimes by my staff because when I go to these events, I stay for 3 and 4 hours and answer all their questions. But it matters. It matters a lot. And look, I'm talking. Some of you have gone through a hell of a lot more than I've gone through, and a lot more than other people have gone through, and you understand. So it's just people are looking for just something to grab, something that gives them some sense of hope, and that's, if I can do a little bit of that, then it's, it's worth doing. It was done for me, so.
Do you think it was necessary for you to come here to get this deal done? Was the in-person diplomacy aspect really important here?
What do you think? I'll let you answer that.
You joked about the House. Do you have any view of Jim Jordan and his predicament?
Do I have any what?
Do you have a view of Jim Jordan's current predicament, unable to secure the speakership?
I ache for him. No. Zero. None.
Mr. President?
How about the hospital, sir? People all over the region are upset about the hospital and don't necessarily believe you or the Israelis that they didn't have anything to do with it. Do you have a message to the people in the streets right now?
Well, I can understand why in this circumstance they wouldn't believe. I can understand that. But I would not, you notice I don't say things like that unless I have faith in the source from which I've gotten it. Our Defense Department says it's highly unlikely that it was Israelis, but if a different footprint, and they've intercepted some. Anyway, so that's why, if you notice, I didn't say it first. I wanted to make sure that I knew. And look, and I'm not suggesting that Hamas deliberately did it either. It's that old thing, gotta know how to shoot straight. And it's not the first time Hamas has launched something that didn't function very well. So I don't know all the detail, but I do know the people at the Defense Department who I respect, and the intelligence community that I respect. It being highly improbable that Israel did that.
Mr. President, are the Israelis operating within the rules of war that you talked about last week being so important?
Good talking to you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, this second video is of Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
Human tragedy that is unfolding in Gaza is heart-wrenching, especially the suffering we see in and around the Al-Shifa hospital. I have been clear that the price of justice cannot be the continued suffering of all Palestinian civilians. Even wars have rules, All innocent life is equal in worth, Israeli and Palestinian. I urge the government of Israel to exercise maximum restraint. As the world is watching, on TV, on social media, we're hearing the testimonies of doctors, family members, survivors, kids who've lost their parents. The world is witnessing this, the killing of women and children, of babies. This has to stop.
And this final video is of British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak.
Yeah, very nice to see you. Thank you for having me here. Appreciate it. Lily, how are you? Very nice to see you. It's absolutely my pleasure. Yeah, as am I. Thanks for all the work you've been doing with my team.
Thank you. We really appreciate your support. And it was really incredible support. Thank you for saying yesterday about Hamas, like the president.
Yes, there was. And he said very nice to see you. That's a great pleasure to be here. Thank you very much. Also, Jakob and Rufen, Qbourn, your friend. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. Yes, very nice to see you. Thanks for all the help. Did you get him on the I will just get out and say very briefly that just simple was for me to be here and express my solidarity with people who are something to do, but that's alright. No, I'd like to do that. So wonderful this car over here. So I'll see you in a bit when I okay, fine. I'm glad you're free. How I feel.
I feel like this is our movement, like it's not your movement, in a way that our experience and nation.
It's very important. I must admit your recording. I was listening to something on Monday, and I took off already actually. There's one in London, and there are definitely 3 different kids talking about what had happened. And there was this girl, the whole story of her family through various conflicts over decades, and how they've been impacted both without knowing. But I'll get you a recording. I think you will feel very proud when you hear it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to like, share and subscribe. From the creator of Qbourn, that's me. And until the next time, I wish you all a wonderful day.